Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a great day. We finally have a new weapon to unlock, and this time around we get our hands on a new weapon type for the medic class, the Commando Carbine. The first and only carbine in Battlefield 5, and I'm sure there'll be many more to come in the near future. The Commando Carbine was used during World War II by British special units, and only 130 or so were ever made. It's basically a SMLE modified to use 45 ACP rounds, a M1911 pistol magazine and an integrated suppressor. With a subsonic muzzle velocity and no visible muzzle flash, it was considered to be one of the quietest firearms ever made during its time. The standard version has 8 rounds in the magazine and fires at 93 rounds per minute. Both can be upgraded through the specialization tree, which I will cover later in the video. There are 4 different sights to choose from: the standard iron sights, a Lati sight, a rare 2x scope and a 3x scope. It also has a straight pull mechanism, so you can fire rounds back to back without having to re-ADS. Unlike the Ross and the M95, it keeps the feature with any sight or scope attached. According to the stats, the carbine inflicts a maximum damage of 60, 55.5 from 30 meters, and drops off to a minimum damage of 30 from 100 meters onwards. So 2 body shots to finish off an opponent from 35 meters or so, 3 body shots from 50 meters, and a maximum of 4 from 75 meters onwards. If you aim for the head, then 1 headshot will get the job done up to 35 meters or so, and 2 headshots beyond that no matter the distance. The Commando Carbine has an initial vertical recoil of 1.5 and no horizontal recoil. When you compare it to self-loading rifles, the carbine fits right in between the RSC and the Model 8, so the crosshair will reset fairly quickly, making it easier to land those follow-up shots on target. The time it takes to reload the carbine when empty is 2.4 seconds and 3.1 seconds with bullets remaining. The quick reload time makes reloading less riskier, as you'll be reloading quite often, and do keep in mind to get the full 8 rounds you'll have to leave 1 bullet in the chamber before reloading. When it comes to muzzle velocity, the most recent update file suggests it's 300 meters per second. That gives it the lowest muzzle velocity in the entire game and fits the subsonic muzzle velocity of the weapon. That's 30 meters per second behind the Tommy gun and the Suomi, so you will have to lead your shots on running targets, and long distance firefights should be kept to a minimum if you want to be highly effective. So let's dive into these specializations. What are the best combinations and which scope should you be using? I prefer to use a 3x scope on most of the maps, but the 2x scope is also a great option to have. The extra ADS speed and the magnification makes it perfect for those smaller maps, so as usual pick the scope depending on the scale of the map. For my first pick, I've opted to go for quick aim over slings and swivels. Reducing the ADS time on any scoped weapon is literally essential, as it allows you to pick out targets as quickly as possible, especially when you're playing on a small to medium sized map where other weapons have a huge advantage over you. The only exception would be if you were to use iron sights, because they already have a quick ADS time, so the benefits of quick aim aren't as significant. For my second pick, I've chosen to go for high velocity bullets over custom stock. As you may know, the Commando Carbine has a really low muzzle velocity, so anything that extends its range and makes it easier to use is welcomed. For my third pick, I've opted to go for faster cycling of the bolts, and that increases the rate of fire up to 109 rounds per minute. That increases the TTK for body shots, and that makes targeting the body a bit more of a viable option. And for my final specialization, I chose to go for an extended magazine instead of improved hipfire. With 3 extra rounds, you can potentially take out 1 or more opponents and makes the carbine less punishing to use. Also, I don't see myself hip firing much, so enhanced grips wouldn't be a specialization I need. Overall, the Commando Carbine is a fun to use weapon that offers medics a completely different playstyle outside of its usual territory. The fast rate of fire combined with its unlimited healing power makes it an extremely attractive option, but unless you can single out opponents and be headshot precise, you'll still be bested by semi-automatic weapons and assault rifles. I would definitely pick the Commando Carbine over any SLR, but that's as far as I would go. Let me know what you think of the new medic weapon down below, leave a rating, and I'll see you later. Take care.